What's up, everybody, and welcome back to The Imperfect Empath. I am Stephanie Johnson, a licensed professional counselor associate, as well as a Texas licensed professional school counselor. And today is my first day back at work since our winter break. I am working on things from scheduling, testing, because we're still doing GT testing right now, meetings, school events, possible phone calls, having to follow up with families about transportation, housing, counseling services, different things like that. Lots and lots and lots of follow ups. Also, trying to figure out who's still here. We have a lot of families that move over the break, or sometimes they leave the country and they don't return for a little bit of time. And in which case, if we know that they're out of the country, they're typically automatically withdrawn until they're able to return and re enroll their kids. Yes, we have a very diverse campus, and so it is not uncommon for our families to go back to Nepal, to Haiti, to Africa, various places. I love that our campus is so diverse. What else? Yeah, so I've just been doing that, playing some music in the background, listening to a podcast here and there, just trying to catch a flow. Um, no meetings really today. There was one meeting earlier, but nothing else. Today's just a work day, and so I'm just going to work. Well, put a pin in that because it's actually lunchtime. I am making it a point to have my lunch. I know that sounds silly and ridiculous. Of course, you should eat lunch. But I'm telling you, the thing that's so tricky, especially in elementary school, is that our day runs from 7, so the kids get here about 7:05, and lunch starts for our youngest group of kids. Lunch starts at 10:30, and it goes until about 12:30. And during that time, there's a lot of movement on the campus, and it is challenging to be able to sit down and have lunch during that time. And so I end up saying, well, you know what, I'll just wait until after the kids are all back in class. That way I'm not interrupted during my lunchtime. And next thing you know, it's already 1 o'clock. Well, school lets out at about 2:50, and that hour and 50 minutes goes by incredibly fast. And so it's not uncommon for me to say I will have lunch at noon or 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and then look up and it's already 2 or 2:15. And especially if I didn't bring my lunch, then I'm really screwed, because it's like there's no way I'm getting in my car and sitting in a drive-through and then making it back only for the dismissal bell to ring and I not even be able to sit and enjoy a hot meal, right? So the kids are not here today, but all that to say, uh, I'm planning to be more strategic about when I have lunch, and instead of letting the day get away from me, because I have lunch duty. I have lunch duty from 10:30 to 11:15. And so by 11:30, noon at the very latest, I need to be either heating up a meal that I've already prepared or going to go get a meal. And so that's going to be my aim, my goal. And even if I'm not eating a hot meal, because I don't have to have a hot meal every lunch period. Sometimes I can just have a smoothie. I don't mind eating my food to go, especially if I had a muffin earlier or a croissant or something that morning for breakfast, because I typically don't have a breakfast, and so I'll have like a heavier lunch. But if I have had a breakfast, may do a lighter lunch, and then there's dinner, of course. So, okay, this is turning into the importance of why you should eat lunch. Wasn't planning on that, but here we go. Yes, eat lunch. Uh, Now, as far as where to eat lunch, I'll be honest, I do enjoy eating lunch in my office. I know they say don't do that. I've said don't do that. I did a presentation earlier in the school year, at the start of the school year, talking about educator burnout. One of the things I talked about was, going and having a lunch and like leaving your office, and the logic behind that is that you don't want to be tempted to work while you are sitting and eating, because that can be very tempting. That is not my problem. I don't have that problem. I usually put my phone on do not disturb. I put my computer on do not disturb. I turn off my notifications so I'm not being pinged or dinged or anything. There's a sign on my door that says do not disturb. I do flip that over, and when I'm done with my lunch, I flip it to green and say, it says come right on in. So I put all these parameters in place so that I can sit in here and quietly, privately enjoy my lunch. And then I may enjoy a podcast while I'm eating. I may watch a show. I do like to catch up on shows that I typically don't get to watch when I get home, because, by the time I get home, I've taken off the work hat and now I've put on the mama hat, and we're doing all that. So yeah, I like eating in my office and enjoying those things. Every now and again, I will eat in the common area. I don't do that a lot, I'll be honest, because what happens is people will see you and they'll say, "Oh, Miss Johnson, I was looking for you," or "I was meaning to find you." And it's so much easier for me to just be in my office and people recognize that I'm, oh, she has to sign up, I'm not going to disturb her. Versus when I'm in the common area, it's kind of a free for all. It's like, yes, I see you eating lunch, but I'm still going to hold a conversation with you. And me having a conversation just takes away from my ability to eat. And that's why when I do go into the common area myself, even if it's just to grab something out of the fridge, grab creamer, heat up some food, I try to minimize whatever conversations that I'm having in there with people as I'm passing by, because people are trying to eat and it's hard to eat and talk at the same time. That's their quiet time. So even if they ask me a question, I may say, "You know what, you're enjoying your lunch, shoot me an email afterwards," or I'll shoot you an email when I get back to my office. You enjoy your lunch, you have your time. I do make sure to say that because I want people to know that it is really important for you to have that time. And I'm not just going to say that, but I'm going to lead by example and just make it known that I am not going to infringe on that time. This is your time. So yeah, I'm going to go eat lunch. I'm probably going to eat it in my office and watch a video and then get back to whatever it was I was doing. Just a little short impromptu video on why you should eat lunch, or at least have a lunch break. That's it. That's all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.